When I first played Echo VR, I realized this is the closest thing to the zero gravity battle room from the Ender's Game series of novels and respective motion picture. Just look at these structures from the movie versus the game. And even the spacesuits. The gaming studio, Ready at Dawn, could have restyled either of these elements, but VR was, and arguably still is, so unknown they didn't even sweat any intellectual property theft lawsuits. Therefore, I decided it would be similarly appropriate for my VR handle to be named after the main character and ultimate strategist of said series. So for those of you who are new to my channel and to those returning, hello, this is Ender, and welcome to my VRcade. Today I am reviewing football. Which type, American or the international game, whichever you think better fits, let me know your opinion in the comments below, in space, aka Echo VR, just in time for you to try it out before the hegemonic Meta Corporation kills it on August 1st. Because the player base is in the quote low 10,000s quote, according to CTO of Meta Andrew Bosworth, it is with that deadline in mind that I urge you to try this free, very popular VR esport pioneer before it's gone forever. Although I hear you might not be able to download it from the Quest or Oculus PC stores currently, if you've never, quote, added it to your library previously, quote, I hope you can at least appreciate some aspects of this very unique game by watching this review. Also, please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to see more. It helps me know that my efforts are appreciated and to reach more people. After completing the tutorial, you did complete the tutorial, right? Because you would never be so selfish as to impatiently join a team of practiced, competitive players and not know how to maneuver in zero gravity, much less that throwing forehand like a frisbee is the slowest way possible and certain to be intercepted by the opposite team, right? After the tutorial, you find yourself in the lobby. Here, you have the main terminals you can float to in order to find a match to join. This will be the arena type of Echo VR, not the combat type or mode, which A was for PC VR only, and B, Meta killed, unfortunately, even longer ago. The objective of the game is to put the game disc in the opponent's goal. Each goal scored is one round one, and much like basketball, 2 points for close goals and 3 points for long-range ones. Barring any ties leading to overtime, the winner is the team with the most points at the end of the third round. But before you decide to join a match, you may wish to converse with others to determine if said players are of your same maturity level.
What's a squeaker?
And after failing in said search, consider perhaps maybe it's the young who can school the old, or not. While waiting in the queue for a match to open up, a minute and a half, that can't be right. I thought this game was getting killed for a low player base.
Wait, a minute? Dang! Hold on, Cricket Wireless.
Well, if you had to wait long for a match, you could practice your skills in the combat room. You see, while you have wrist maneuvering jets for direction, they aren't very fast, and your backpack booster only moves you a little faster and also has limited burn time. The skilled players, of which I do not count myself, know to grab onto the structures and walls of the arena to propel themselves far faster than any propellant alone. Also keep in mind Newton's first law of gravity. That is, once in movement, an object will continue moving at a constant speed until you impact the nearest object. While you won't be hurt, you will have lost all of your precious momentum and be effectively out of the action. You can't just use your controller stick to move where you want. You need to either brake, killing your precious momentum, steer, using your wrist jets, which is more effective but hard to do well, or ideally push and propel yourself off of an object after carefully timing and aiming your trajectory. Since velocity is such a huge part of this game, killing your opponent's momentum is an incredibly effective strategy. You can do this either by ramming them off course or by punching them with your charged up fist, which is even more effective because it stuns their suit, freezing their movements all together for a brief time. And they can also defend against stuns as well, something you'll want to practice in that combat room. You may be thinking this sounds like a game of full contact keep away and that you will never reach the goal. You would be right unless you apply some other techniques. First, your best bet is not to be hit at all by propelling yourself off of objects. If that's not possible, you might be able to block a stunning punch with one of your own, but that is really more, I think, for goaltending circumstances or when you have both hands free as opposed to holding a disc. Better yet is to pass the disc to an open teammate, or your last-ditch effort is to effectively punt or throw the disc away from you and away from your own side of the arena as far away as possible. Also, at the start of each round, or the scrummage for the disc, you need to practice timing the tube's boost feature to effectively catapult yourself toward the up-for-grabs disc faster than anyone else. An advanced technique, I wouldn't recommend trying this at first, but once you get the hang of things, you can go into the settings and enable the pitch and roll turns with your thumbsticks. It can be tricky to conceptualize this, but in line with the character Bean from the Ender's Game series of novels, who said, "The gate is down," it is often faster to rotate your perspective and hit the backpack jet than it is trying to grab something or maneuver with the jets to turn around. Although I was very out of practice, I had a lot of fun. There was never a long wait for a game. It's easy just to hop in and have fun. If you've never played, or if it's been a long time since you have, like myself. If you want to get good, it takes a lot of time and study. Did you know that Echo VR is one of the most popular VR esports games? You can find competition matches on YouTube and tips from many professional players. I highly recommend you try it while you can. If you missed the deadline and are watching this after the fact, or just not that into competitive games, consider that Echo VR is really a spin-off of the well-loved Lone Echo and Lone Echo 2, also from Ready at Dawn Studios. Those games don't lend themselves well to my treadmill or haptics, so please let me know in the comments whether or not you'd be interested in me making a review or playthrough of those games with me just standing in the corner of a video recording. As of the time I'm recording this, I've just reached 225 subscribers, and I greatly appreciate all of you encouraging my efforts. It's nice to know that I'm not just talking to my computer, and your likes let me know I'm not going crazy. Another nice milestone for this channel is that some exciting hardware is being sent my way that I will be reviewing in the next couple of weeks, and I think that many of you will find interesting. This is happening because of your support, and I hope to reward it with more new content. Thank you for watching.